Alright, this is a little bit of an unusual situation for me. I was actually going to take a break this week, and just the way things have turned out, I was going to take a break from YouTube and take a little trip. I take a yearly trip down where my mom is from, and of course my grandpa's buried down there and stuff like that, and I take the weed eater down, just check on the graves, and it just kind of make it a little. It's going to make it a little mini vacation, but then things kind of leveled out as far as the reason I was going to take the actual reason I was going to take a break. I just needed to step away for a little while because I had a lot of things on my mind. But I've kind of gotten past all that, and then business-wise, things were going along pretty good until this last weekend when I thought things were going to be financially really good, and then it turned out not to be the case. So I just had a bad weekend. May started off good. It's not ending well, so I thought, well, I need to hold off on that trip anyway. But then that kind of left me without anything ready to post here. Because there's not a whole lot else going on. But we do have this Yanny Laurel thing. I don't see how anybody is possibly hearing Laurel. It really makes me wonder if it's not just some kind of prank on the rest of us. Because from what I've seen, most people are hearing Yanny or Yammy. Like I say, that's really what it sounds like to me, Yammy with M's. But I have seen a couple of people insist it says Laurel. As far as notable YouTuber, I Heart Cupquake, and it says Laurel. Only a couple of people that I know personally say Laurel. Everybody else says Yanny, but it does get me thinking about EVPs and stuff like that. That's why that makes that so difficult. Because apparently people really do hear some completely different things. And there actually is another one out too. It's Brainstorm, or what was I've forgotten now. Green Needle. Some people apparently hear Brainstorm and some people hear Green Needle. And the thing that I saw said you can make it change to whatever you're thinking. If you want to hear Brainstorm, it'll sound like Brainstorm. If you want to hear Green Needle, it'll sound like Green Needle. It sounds like Green Needle to me all the time. However, I did at a couple of instances, it kind of sounded like Brain Needle. But I'm not getting Storm at all. But it made me start thinking about some of the EVPs, and I want to play this. This is the first EVP I ever captured. And this was just as myself and some friends were starting to get into the, I hate to call it official investigation. We'd always gone out, but we just kind of went out and saw how we felt about stuff. And this is our first EVP capture. So let me play this real quick. Okay, now the first time I heard that, immediately I heard "I love you," and this was in the bedroom of a house. We took like 3 hours of audio, went through the entire 3 hours, and about a little less than an hour left. That's the only thing we got. But as soon as it came up, the second I heard it, I heard "I love you." I sent it to one of the other people that was involved with this. First time they heard it, they heard "I love you." Then a couple other people started chiming in. They said it sounded like cowboy. Cowboy? How are you getting cowboy? But then I kind of noticed if you're not listening quite carefully enough, it fades a little at the end. And so we'd crank all the sound up and all that, and once they realize, okay, yeah, it does fade a little at the end. Okay, yeah, maybe it is I Love You. But then there were still a couple of people that said it was still Cowboy. And then I put it online with this group that I went to, like a message board thing, to get their opinion. And of course, I was still in the process of figuring out that these were just a bunch of jerks. And they, and most of the people on there, if it wasn't something they came up with, they were, oh, well, that's and of course immediately I started, well, that could be this and that could be that, and I was like, well, it's not. Can you just tell me what you hear? Just humor me for a second. I'm not asking for your seal of approval that it's an actual EVP. I'm just asking what you hear. Yeah. But there was one guy in there that said Evelyn. And I, even if I tried to make myself hear Evelyn, I didn't hear Evelyn. Yeah, oh, nope, that's what it is. Evelyn. That's why I'm getting Evelyn. But it did kind of show that different people can hear different things. And that's just weird. So I think that this kind of, this whole Yanny Laurel thing just kind of made me realize, especially if you're presenting an EVP to someone that is not necessarily a believer, how that throws another wrench into things if they're hearing something completely different from what you're hearing, and it's quite obvious to you that it's this one thing and they're hearing this completely different thing. It's just an odd situation. But that just made me think, the whole Yanny Laurel thing just made me think of EVPs and how we can all hear different things. And of course, it's along the same lines of the whole, what was it, the dress thing. Is the dress white and gold or blue and pink or whatever the heck it was, and people seeing completely different colors even. So I guess if have you come across any more of these? Like I say, I've come across the brainstorm green needle. Because I kind of find it fascinating that if it's something, two completely different words. Are there any more of those out there? Have you seen any more of those? Because I just kind of like to take a look at them. And sorry, that's just something I just had to kind of throw together because, like I say, I had something completely. Speaking of completely different, I had something completely different put together to post today, and now the whole situation's changed, and I won't be taking the break I thought I was going to be taking, and as it turns out, I'm going to. I guess that is one other thing I'd kind of like to put out there. I've been keeping the schedule of, the Riding with James on Monday, and then 2 other videos, Wednesday and Friday, which I don't really even consider this a video. This is nothing. I take some video of driving down the road, and then I talk over the top of it. That's really, there's hardly any work at all to these, quite honestly. But then, the 2 videos, Wednesday and Friday, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up that pace. I don't know. Some weeks are easier than others, but I'd like to try and keep doing it. The rest of this week, I've got a ghost hunting video I'm going to post on Wednesday, paranormal video, ghost investigation, paranormal investigation, whatever you want to call it. And then on Friday, I've got an abandoned house that I kind of went through. So instead of taking the week off, I'll be doing that. And then later on, sometime down the road, I'm going to take a week off. But anyway, thanks for stopping and watching this mess. I hope you got something out of it. Like I say, sometimes it's even something you don't want to hear. And we're going to end with something a little different, a little thing that I'm going to try once a week. So, thanks for watching. Of course, if you're new, I think you probably know how YouTube works. You can click the one-way sign. If this thing didn't scare you off, you can click the one-way sign to subscribe. You got the red button on the front, and pretty full archive, plenty of playlists, and let's check out a blooper This is the perfect video to be introducing a blooper. But thanks for watching anyway. Good.
You did the same thing. Are you okay?
Yeah. Another half step short I wouldn't have been.